A few months ago, I noticed something strange. Two YouTube channels were talking about almost the same topic. One video got 8,000 views, the other got over 800,000. The editing quality was similar. The thumbnails were similar. Even the titles weren't that different. So why did one explode while the other disappeared? At first, I assumed it was luck. Then I started digging. And what I found completely changed how I think about YouTube. The biggest AI opportunity on YouTube isn't creating content faster. It's finding opportunities before everyone else sees them. And almost nobody is doing it. The problem with YouTube research: most creators get ideas from one place, YouTube, which sounds logical, until you realize something. If you're getting ideas from YouTube, and I'm getting ideas from YouTube, and thousands of other creators are getting ideas from YouTube, we're all studying the same information. Imagine trying to find an empty parking spot by driving directly into the busiest part of the city. That's basically what most creators are doing. They're entering trends after they're already crowded, then wondering why growth feels difficult. The moment I realized something was broken, last year I spent almost 2 hours every day looking for video ideas. I'd search YouTube, look at competitors, check trending pages, repeat. The process was exhausting. Worse, the ideas weren't particularly original. Then one day I found a discussion on Reddit about a rapidly growing AI startup. The conversation had thousands of comments. People were fascinated, but almost nobody on YouTube was talking about it. That was weird. The interest clearly existed, the content didn't. That's when I realized attention often appears somewhere else before it arrives on YouTube. The real loophole. Most creators use AI to generate content. I started using AI to discover opportunities. That's a completely different game. Instead of asking, "Can AI write this video?" I started asking, "What is everybody talking about that YouTube creators haven't noticed yet?" That simple shift changed everything. Because content creation is competitive, opportunity discovery is much less crowded. The system itself is surprisingly simple. First, I look for conversations, not content, conversations. Reddit, product hunt, industry newsletters, startup launches, niche forums, communities where people discuss problems before creators turn those problems into videos. Then I use Perplexity, not because it's smarter than ChatGPT, because it provides current sources. That's important. When you're looking for emerging trends, yesterday matters a lot. ChatGPT is excellent for explanations. Perplexity is excellent for discovering what's happening right now. Different tools, different jobs. A real example. Earlier this year, I noticed increasing discussions around AI agents. Not on YouTube. In startup communities. Investors were talking about it. Founders were talking about it. Developers were talking about it. Meanwhile, YouTube hadn't fully caught up yet. Using Perplexity, I spent around 20 minutes gathering sources and understanding the trend. Then I used Claude to process longer reports and simplify the information. Why Claude? Because it handles larger amounts of text exceptionally well. What would have taken several hours manually took less than 30 minutes. That's not content creation, that's leverage. Why most creators miss this? Because it doesn't feel productive. Creating videos feels productive. Research feels boring. But great YouTube channels are often built on great research. A mediocre video with a brilliant idea can perform surprisingly well. A brilliant video with a terrible idea often struggles. The topic matters more than people think. And finding strong topics early matters even more. The before and after. Before this system, I spent nearly 2 hours daily hunting for ideas. Most of those ideas came from creators who had already discovered the opportunity, meaning I was late. After switching to an AI-assisted research workflow, the process dropped to roughly 20 or 30 minutes. More importantly, the quality improved. The goal wasn't producing more ideas, the goal was finding better ones. That's a huge difference. The YouTube advantage nobody talks about. People assume YouTube is a content platform. It is, but it's also an attention platform, and attention moves. First it appears in conversations, then communities, then news, then creators, then mainstream audiences. Most YouTubers join the story halfway through. The real advantage comes from joining earlier, and AI makes that easier than ever. The future of this strategy. Here's why I think this opportunity gets bigger. AI is making content creation easier every year, which means creating content becomes less valuable. But discovering opportunities? That's becoming more valuable. Because no matter how advanced AI becomes, people still need someone to decide which ideas matter. AI can help find signals. Humans decide which signals are worth following. And that combination is incredibly powerful. Most people trying to make money on YouTube are competing for views, subscribers, and ad revenue. But there's a quieter opportunity almost nobody is talking about. Instead of creating videos yourself, you can use AI to help existing YouTube creators with research, script writing, thumbnail ideas, SEO optimization, translations, and repurposing content into shorts. Thousands of channels need this support every week, and many are willing to pay for it because it saves them time and helps them publish more consistently. In the full video, I'll show you this overlooked AI workflow, the tools behind it, and how you can turn it into a real YouTube income stream without ever becoming an influencer yourself. The AI loophole nobody's using isn't some secret software. It isn't a hidden website, and it definitely isn't another one-click passive income trick. It's using AI to find opportunities before they become obvious. While most creators use AI to make more content, the smartest creators use AI to discover better content. And that difference is bigger than most people realize. Because YouTube doesn't reward the person who uploads the most videos. It rewards the person who captures attention. And attention almost always starts somewhere else first. The creators who learn how to find it early may have one of the biggest advantages on the platform over the next few years. Because in a world where everyone can create content, the real superpower is knowing what to create.